It's easy to overlook things when you're preoccupied with finding a job. Or maybe nobody taught you the do's and don'ts. Maybe you just finished writing your resume, or maybe you're just starting. All I know is that you can always use some resume tips. Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm the Marketing Recruitment Specialist here at 20four7VA. And in this video, I'll be sharing some tips on how to create a virtual assistant resume that will help you get hired. So you might be wondering, okay, why are resumes so important? Let me tell you, your resume can be your golden ticket to a potential client. The quality of your resume can make you stand out or get lost in a sea of applicants. At 20four7VA, we do our best to find you the perfect client match, but there's only so much that we can do. If your resume does not impress the client enough to take you to the interview stage, then you're kind of doomed. Let's put it like this. Think of your resume as your elevator pitch, but in document form. You have to know that recruiters don't spend a lot of time reviewing the application line by line. So you need to make sure that the important information from your career pops out at the first glance. Let's start with the most obvious ones. Make sure to provide the most basic information. Do not leave these things out. Give your name, skills, and experience. Let's put it this way. How would your client gauge whether you're the perfect fit for the job if you don't clearly and consciously talk about all your relevant work experience and your skills? You should also include your location, but don't bother putting your street address. Just the city and country will do. These are just the things that should be on your resume, always, no questions asked. So now, let's get to the fun part, shall we? Proofread your resume, and proofread again. No one expects you to be the Shakespeare or Jane Austen of virtual assistants, although how cool would that be? But making sure that your resume is accurate and free of grammar errors shows that you're detail-oriented and also that you have a good grasp of basic grammar. A basic online grammar and spell check can make a world of difference in your job application. Look up sample resumes online. There's no one winning resume template, as job seekers apply for different roles and industries. Make sure that the format you use will help you highlight that information that recruiters will most likely pay attention to when hiring for a particular role. Keep it short and simple. I know it's not easy, especially when you're eager to convince someone to hire you. However, the truth is that recruiters get lots and lots of resumes every day, and they do not have the time to go through multiple pages of resumes from one candidate only. There is no magic number, but we think that a one-page resume will do the trick, especially when it's well executed. To achieve this, use bullet points when necessary and remove wordy information, especially when you can use cover letters. A good tip is to use important keywords that your potential client will probably look for. These keywords will probably include things like social media management or content writer. They can also be tools on platforms like Amazon, Shopify, QuickBooks, and so on. Of course, you have to be honest when putting these keywords. Don't put anything that you're not actually skilled at. Do try and tailor fit your resume to the specific job you're applying for. A one-size-fits-all kind of resume format won't do the cut here, especially if you're looking to stand out. In terms of format or template, we said this already, so there's no one best resume format. It really actually depends on your professional background and the kind of work that you're applying for. And in terms of relevant experience and skills, try to highlight those that are important. Be mindful of which information to use. Otherwise, you might just clutter your resume and leave the hiring manager kind of unsure of how you fit the position. Read the job description and then try to use related keywords to the job that you're applying for. For example, if you're applying as an administrative virtual assistant, then try to use keywords such as good organizational skills, phone and email support, that kind of stuff. If you're applying for a graphic design VA job, then try to make your resume appealing to subtly kind of showcase your eye for design. Make sure that the information in your resume matches the skills and qualities in the job description. And the last important must do in resume creation is to highlight your accomplishments. Sure, it's easy just to describe what you did in previous roles, but recruiters will appreciate your resume more if you quantify your accomplishments. An example of this is how you decrease the average response time by X% as a customer service virtual assistant, or your customer satisfaction survey score in your previous job. So don't be shy about your accomplishments. Your best resume is the one where you can quantify your past successes and accomplishments. Because with this information, you show the potential impact and value that you can bring to your next client. And now we'll move to the exciting part, the don'ts. Short for don't even think about doing these things. First up is don't lie, like ever. No one likes being lied to, and lies catch up to you so quickly. Nowadays, it's very easy to run a background check through phone calls or online searches. When a potential client finds out that you lied on your resume, you can kiss that virtual position goodbye before you even got a shot at an interview. And if you do get hired, it will show on the job, especially when it comes to a technical thing, like operating a program or accounting. So it's best to look for roles that are most suited to your experience instead of making things up. Don't be vague. You're not writing a mystery book or something, so don't keep the recruiter guessing about what you did or you're doing. Don't leave room for interpretation. This means giving potential employers a solid idea of your skills and experience that make it clear that you are the virtual assistant for that role. Make sure to highlight both relevant soft skills and technical skills. Remember to quantify results or put numbers when appropriate. Don't include unnecessary information or sections. When it comes to getting hired, recruiters and clients really focus on what you can do instead of your personal life. So don't even bother putting things like your marital status, your age, or even your gender. These are not part of the job requirements. For skills, say that you're applying as a digital marketing virtual assistant. You will include your relevant knowledge in CRM and SEO. What you won't include is about that information about that time in high school when you won that science fair. Or maybe your hobbies. I mean, it's great that you find peace in baking, and it's great that you love making cupcakes. But this information is not only unnecessary, but it will also add to the length of your resume. As for your work experience, it's ideal to include only your most recent and relevant work experience. Your summer job at a local mall 10 years ago is not relevant, especially if you're applying as a bookkeeping virtual assistant. In summary, stick to your relevant skills, achievements, and experiences. Don't use distracting elements. I know you want to draw attention to yourself, but using a fancy cursive font on top of a bright color background coupled with an inconsistent format is absolutely not the way to go. To make a great resume, start with creating something that hiring managers can actually read without them going like, "What does it say there?" Start with creating something that hiring managers can actually read without straining their eyes. Avoid difficult to read fonts and instead stick to simple sans serif fonts like Calibri, Helvetica, Verdana, etc. Actually, some serif fonts can make your resume look professional and easy to read. You just have to be careful when choosing. Also, try to embrace the white spaces in your resume, as it can highlight experiences and work history. We've given you some do's and don'ts of creating high-quality resumes. Although they don't cover all the resume tips that you should know, we hope that this video will help you set yourself apart from the rest of the candidates and help you land the virtual assistant job that you've been eyeing. If you don't, then don't worry, because there's still a lot of opportunities. You can try again. The virtual assistant world is full of opportunities for you. You just need to keep learning. Although they don't cover all the things that you should know about creating resumes, we hope that this video will help you set yourself apart from the rest of the candidates. So that's it for today's video. I'm curious about you guys, although. Do you follow these tips? How was it for you when you were hunting for a job? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the 20four7VA YouTube channel for more practical virtual assistant tips. And hit the notification bell, yeah, the little bell over there, so you get updated whenever it is that we upload a video. See you soon and good luck!